Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to take a look at your upcoming weekend and on into next week. Temperature-wise, on Saturday, right here in the Ohio Valley, it's going to be a nice day for most of the day, but by late in the day, let's say around evening and on into Saturday night, things are going to change in a big way. Take a look at the temperatures here. You see right here in the Ohio Valley, well, the temperatures are going to be above normal. Normal high temperatures now for this time of year. High temperature around 67, the average low right around 46. So on Saturday we should be above that. I think we may even sneak into the lower 80s if the sun holds true for most of our Saturday. But we're also going to see a strong southerly winds increasing ahead of this frontal system. Notice the yellow from Minneapolis towards Chicago and then up towards the west, that is, and that's the frontal system sitting right there, and there's going to be a lot of clouds and rain and possibly some isolated severe weather along with it. This is a strong cold front that's going to be working its way in. Now on Sunday, look what happens. It plows through. Temperatures will be just crashing. We're going to see very gusty winds here in the Midwest with temperature highs in the morning dropping as the day progresses. Now that's right here in the Ohio Valley, but those of you further towards the Northwest, well, that's all going to happen for your Saturday and Saturday night and on into your Sunday morning. Temperatures will most likely be below normal for most of this area here on our Sunday. But also notice how the yellows sneak their way down towards the Gulf Coast. This frontal system is pretty large, and it's going to affect a lot of people. Now let's jump to next Wednesday. Look what happens here. Starting to see some green, much below normal temperatures up in the Great Lakes region. And this is on our Wednesday. You can see temperatures below normal, which would put us into the middle to lower 60s for the afternoon highs. We may sneak into the upper 30s for some nighttime lows, which means we could see some patchy frosts around. So you may want to start thinking about covering your plants. So this is on Wednesday. Now let's jump to next Saturday, and you can see here a little bit of a warm-up, especially here in the central U.S., but right here in the Ohio Valley, a little bit of warm-up, but you see more yellow there? That's the next system that's going to be approaching. So as far as rainfall is concerned, this is Saturday. It's going to be wet. If there's any football games around Lafayette or around Chicago and up into Michigan, stretching back towards Texas, it's going to be a bit wet. And it's also going to be rather breezy. So if you get wet, you're going to be chilled because of the strong winds that will be accompanying this frontal system. Points towards the east will be pretty much on the dry side. By Sunday, this area just really expands, and it takes, again, takes it from Canada all the way down towards the Gulf Coast, and it will be pushing its way through, and you will see increasing winds also as your Sunday progresses here in the Ohio Valley. Jumping now to next Wednesday, dries out. Here's another frontal system that's going to push its way in, again getting some cooler air. You're also starting to see some lake effect showers, not necessarily snow, but showers that as that colder air moves across the warmer waters of the Great Lakes region. So that's kind of interesting, showing up already here in October. Jumping to next Saturday, here comes that next system coming in. Again, we need the rain here in the Ohio Valley. Looks like we're in for another shot. But now let me take you down towards the Caribbean. This could be a hurricane. This is for next Saturday, but I think it's going to stay away from the continental United States, specifically Florida and the East Coast. You see it there in the Caribbean. That's because, again, those frontal systems continue to push their way in, blocking any type of westward movement of the system. So as they come in this direction, they curve and then head back into the Atlantic. So there you have it. You're going to start needing to bring out your fall jackets because some cooler air is certainly on the way. I'm George, the Weather Dad.